It's been so long since there was this much excitement in Canada about baseball. The Blue Jays are back in the World Series, and that means from coast to coast, bars are packed, caps are on, and people who haven't followed baseball all year are suddenly living and breathing every pitch. But what is it about sporting events like these that bring us together like this? Katie Esmonde is here to talk about that. She's an assistant professor of kinesiology at Western University, and one of her areas of expertise is sports fandom. Katie, good morning. It's good to have you.
I mean, just hearing you say the Blue Jays are back in the World Series, that gets me completely excited, even though it's early in the day.
Totally. It also maybe it's just me. It still doesn't feel real when I say that. You know,
No.
like the Blue Jays are in the World Series, and I'm like, what? Is that actually true? You know, like how? What?
I feel exactly the same way. Growing up, there wasn't a hope of them playing in the postseason at all, let alone making it to the October Classic. So I'm so excited, and it's been amazing to see the way that so many people have come together to cheer on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, so we just heard at the end of the news there that more people are going to the Baseball Hall of Fame. They're holding these watch parties. More people are probably going to start playing baseball. What is it about these events that gets us all thinking about the same thing?
Well, sports and watching these big events like the World Series, like the Springer Dinger in Game 7, and I think everyone listening knows what I'm talking about. It's a way of creating these shared experiences that huge groups of people can have that would not otherwise. We may not have very much in common with each other. We may not observe the same religion. We may have really different jobs, but I could ask many people that I walk by in the streets of London where they were when they saw that Springer Dinger, and they can probably tell me, and it'll be a bonding experience for us. So it brings people together who otherwise would not be, and I think that can be really amazing.
Yeah, and so, of course, this is Canada's team, right? It's the Toronto Blue Jays, so that's what we all have in common. We live in Canada, and we follow this. How much does nationalism factor into this, do you think?
A lot. So when you watch the broadcasts, many of the commercials are about this being Canada's team. So even if you happen to miss it, the broadcast will surely remind you that this is Canada's one team, and it brings us together across the country. This is a moment, as I'm sure listeners are aware, of heightened tensions with the United States for a variety of reasons.
Yep.
Now, I could, of course, talk about referring to Justin Trudeau as a governor and talking about taking over Canada, but this also plays into our sense that we pay attention to things in the US, but they just don't really pay attention to us. And I think it felt that way with the Blue Jays and the Dodgers before Game 1 was played, certainly.
I think so, right? Yeah.
Where the Blue Jays were supposed to just be the audience for the Dodgers' coronation as a dynasty. And I think Canadians really love something about disrupting that.
How enduring do you think these communities are that we're creating right now? And because I mentioned people gathering at a bar, and then people are at the Baseball Hall of Fame. But I know that people also, they talk about the Blue Jays online, and they end up in their little baseball cliques. Like, does this last?
Well, for the people who want it to last, I really hope that it does. There's often a lot of frustration amongst diehard fans about what people call bandwagon fans.
Yep, sure.
You know, people jumping on the bandwagon. But if you think that sports are amazing, it's this shared experience where, like a caller was saying on Cross Country Checkup, that was the last time you saw a beloved family member. Shouldn't we want as many people to get to experience those amazing highs, but the devastating lows as part of a community? Shouldn't we want as many people to experience that as possible? So I think this really could get some people into baseball more, and they'll share in it with us.
I'm a big Blue Jays fan. I'll put my cards on the table. I'm one of those people who watches every game and follows them every year, even when they're bad. I've been wondering over the last week or so, is this more exciting because the Jays never do this? Like, if the Jays were always good, as I would like them to be, would we be getting the same effect here?
You know, It would be different. I think it would always be huge to go to the World Series.
Right.
Although, I'm like you, I'm a Blue Jays fan and I'm a Toronto sports fan, and we often don't know success. And so the level of disbelief of this hasn't happened for 32 years. We have to remember this because it might not happen for 32 more. I think it makes it special in a different way from maybe what the Dodgers fans are feeling right now.
So as you see it, like, is there room for everyone on this bandwagon? Like, do you see people being left out, or how inclusive would you say it has been?
Yeah, well, every community will come up with some ways of deciding who counts as a member of that community and who's not within the community. And unfortunately, with sports fandom, much like with many other communities, biases about women not belonging because maybe they're just, people think that they're a fan because the players are hot or because their boyfriend got them into it. Now, for the record, there is nothing wrong with either of those things.
Of course, both legitimate reasons to like something.
Great reasons,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't think that they're good reasons, and they make assumptions about women, for instance, that they're not there for the right reasons, they don't know enough about the team, and that it doesn't matter the same amount to them. And there are many biases against many different groups that seep into sports fan communities, and I think that that's really unfortunate. We shouldn't be making assumptions that if somebody says that they care about a team, that they don't.
Right.
And we shouldn't be trying to keep people out when sports fandom is best when it's shared by many different people.
So do you think they're going to do it, Katie?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel too terrified to put anything out there about them winning, but man, did Game 1 feel great. I was at Game 7 also.
Okay.
And
Oh, that must have been incredible when Springer hit that dinger.
I mean, I've been a sports fan for most of my life, and I have never experienced anything like that, and I may never again.
Sure.
Because
that could be the mountaintop, right?
It could be, and I hope it isn't. But also, what a great mountaintop that would be to be screaming in a crowd like that at the top of my lungs with over 40,000 people doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, and on the bright side, Yamamoto probably can't pitch the next few days, right?
I would love to never see him pitch against the Blue Jays again.
So good.
I have to tip my cap to him. Well done. But let's move on and hopefully get to the bullpen in some other games.
Okay, Katie, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you. Go Blue Jays.